What is absolutely poppin', guys? If you clicked on this video, that means that you, watching this right now, are a beginner. Well, good news. In this video, I'm going to be telling you everything that you need to know about first getting into the amazing hobby of balisong flipping. Let's get right into the video. Alright, so first off, if you are a beginner and you're watching this video, first thing you're going to ask is, what are these? Well, these are called balisongs, also known as balisong trainers. They make many different variants. They make live blades, they make false live blades, and they make trainers. Now, where did balisongs originate from? Balisongs originated from the Philippines as a martial arts weapon and a farmer's tool. And then people started doing tricks with them. So then a bunch of modern-day companies started to modernize balisongs, one of the most notable being Benchmade. You have probably seen a bunch of Benchmade balisongs in movies, and they are doing tricks like this with these cool-looking butterfly knives. Now, these were started to be called butterfly knives because Benchmade gave it the logo with a butterfly. It was called the Balisong, and it had a butterfly logo, so people started calling these things butterfly knives. Well, eventually, people started to love doing tricks with these things, and nowadays they make a lot of balisong trainers that are just strictly for doing tricks with and flipping purposes. Now, if you've already clicked on this video, some of you may already know that, and that's why you're on this video. You're like, well,
what trainer should I buy? What trick should I try doing? I want to get into this hobby because it looks crazy cool.
Well, no need to worry. Today I'm going to be giving you recommendations on what I would recommend to you if you are a beginner. And I'm going to be giving you recommendations on your first tricks to learn, where to go from there, how to advance your flipping, everything. So let's get right into it. First things first. If you are a beginner, one of the first things you probably have done is looked up balisongs on Amazon that look something similar to this. Do not do that, all right? You have probably looked some up by now, and you're probably like, oh, I found this balisong on Amazon. It's only $5. It'll work perfectly. No, it won't. I promise you. This right here is an Amazon balisong. None of these others are Amazon balisongs. Besides a few of these you can buy on Amazon, that does not make it a Amazon balisong. This is an Amazon you can get on... What I just called this an Amazon. This is a balisong trainer that you can get on Amazon. This one here has a comb as the trainer blade. All right. Here's something that a lot of people do. They go on Amazon. They try and get this, I don't know, $10, $20 balisong and learn tricks with. You will be severely disappointed. If I chucked this thing as hard as I could right now, it would shatter. None of these other balisongs here would. All right. So first thing, do not get an Amazon balisong, all right? Do not go on Amazon and just get some cheapy balisong under $20. You are not going to ever be able to find a balisong that is good, that is under $20, all right? So that is the first thing I want you to know as a beginner. Now, with that being said, you're probably thinking,
oh no, what should I get then?
Well, guess what? I got that for you too. This right here is called the Impulse. This is from the company Nabalis, all right? Now, you can find this on Amazon. Nabalis, the company Nabalis, is a balisong company, and they sell some balisongs through Amazon because they are a Chinese company. Now, if you would like to get a Nabalis balisong on Amazon, that is okay. I'm talking about just the cheapy ones off of Amazon, like this. That is not what you want to get. Now, if you are a complete beginner, you are just getting into this hobby, this is what I would recommend to you. It's the Nabalis Impulse. You can get this for as cheap as $35 US, or if you would like to get this exact colorway, you can get it for about $45 US. Now, please be noted that both the $35 one, that's just all silver, and this one, they flip the exact same. All of the Nabalis Impulses are going to do the exact same tricks, feel the exact same way. The only difference is that it's going to look differently. So if you want one that looks prettier, you're going to have to spend a little extra money. All right? This is what I recommend to you if you are a complete beginner. This thing has a changeable weight system at the bottom and overall flips how a good balisong should. All right, so if you are a beginner, look up the Balisong Impulse, and I have a full review of this balisong on my channel. If you'd like more information on it, you can go check that out right there. All right, now next, you're like, well, this thing's good, but what about durability? I've heard a lot about other balisongs that have better durability. If you are looking for something that is durable, then I'd recommend to you the Balisong Canyon. You've probably heard this recommended to a lot of people if they are beginners. There is only one reason why I would not recommend this to a beginner. That is because this has stainless steel handles. That means that this balisong is much heavier than the average balisong. And I recommend to you the Impulse because this is basically just a lightweight version of the Canyon. Now, next thing you're probably wondering, you're like,
Okay, cool. I already have a balisong. I want to learn some tricks.
now whether you have an Amazon balisong, whether you have a good balisong, no matter what balisong you have, these are some tricks that you should learn if you are a beginner. If you are completely new to this hobby and you are wanting to learn your first trick, go check out my tutorial on how to do basic rollovers. In that video, I teach you how to do the index rollover right there. I teach you how to do the whip, and I teach you how to do the thumb rollover. Those are the most basic tricks that you can learn as a beginner. Or if you're looking for something different, something a bit flashy, go watch episode 1 of the Playground series on my channel. And in that video, I teach you how to do the basic opening, this trick right here. Those are the #1 tricks that I recommend you learning if you are a beginner, all right? So, now that we got all that out of the way, you're probably wanting to know more about balisongs. You're like,
Okay, cool. I know what you recommend to me if you're a beginner, but I want to know more about these things if I get more into the hobby.
all right, most people know balisongs as live blades, all right? I do not have any live blades here. I have false live blades and trainers. A trainer means that it is perfectly safe. So this right here is a trainer. This right here, another trainer. And all the way over here is another trainer. Now, what is the difference between these trainers and then finally these false live blades? You'll probably be able to tell a difference instantly right off the bat. You're probably thinking, those look like real knives, these don't. And you would have a point there. So, trainers mean that it is this width right here. You can literally see the width of it. It is just that dull on both sides, and this has absolutely no chance of cutting you or hurting you in any way. Now, false live blades, on the other hand, you're probably thinking, that's not a false live blade, that's a live blade, that's sharp. This is not sharp, actually. These right here are called false live blades. That is because it is what it is, okay? It is a false live blade. It's a live blade, but it's false. Has a false edge. That means this thing is supposed to look like a live blade in every way. No matter which way I show this thing, it is supposed to look like a live blade. But if you can barely see there, it is not super dull, or I mean, it's not super sharp, it's pretty dull, so this thing will not cut you. The only bad part about false live blades is some of them can have pretty pointy tips. So the blade part of it is just as safe as a trainer, but it has a pointy tip just like a live blade. That is the difference between trainers and false live blades. I would not recommend you ever using a live blade, a sharp balisong, unless you are an advanced flipper, all right? Or at least, at the very least, intermediate. Okay, so next up, you're like, all right, well, I've been into the hobby for a little while now. I'd like to level up my flipping. Well, you are in luck, all right? Let me set these balisongs back where I had them. So, there are many different types of balisongs that you could get. You're probably thinking, what balisongs are good for what purposes? Well, I'm about to tell you that right now. Like I have stated before, the Balisong Impulse is good for beginners. But if you're an intermediate flipper and you're like, well, the Impulse looks cool, why should I get the Impulse? This thing has very well-rounded handles, which are grippy. They have quite a bit of grip. And it's overall a basic flipper. All right, this thing's very good at fans because it has a lot of tip weight. And it has a changeable weight system at the bottom. But if you are looking for something a bit different, if you're wanting to, you're getting more advanced in your flipping, you're getting closer to intermediate ranking, you want to bring something out in public to show off some tricks to your friends, then I would recommend to you this balisong right here, the Balisong cheese. This thing is a very, very good public flipper. Out of all these balisongs here, this is what I'd recommend to you taking in public if you would like to do some tricks to show off in public, all right? Let's say you want to take this to Bible camp, or you want to take this to Walmart. I wouldn't recommend taking a toy into Walmart no matter what, even if it is a toy, okay? Just to show off some tricks, this is what I recommend to you. This thing has 6061 aluminum handles with a Teflon coating. The Teflon coating makes for a ton of grip on the handles, and this thing is one of the best flippers that I have here, and you will not be disappointed. This thing is very, very good for both beginners and advanced flippers, and you can learn a lot of new tricks with the Balisong cheese. Now, let's say you're someone who wants to take a balisong on trips, and you want to flip it over high places, kind of like I do. I flip over high places, and you don't want a balisong that's going to break easily. You want a balisong that is going to stay good for a very, very long time, that is very durable. I'd recommend to you the Canyon right here. This is the most durable balisong in my collection, and one of the most durable balisongs ever made. And this thing only costs $50 US. Now, this one specifically, it costs $50 because it is the false live blade variant, as I've stated. Now, if you would like to get the trainer variant, that only costs about $40 US. This thing is all stainless steel, which is why it is one of the most durable balisongs that I own. All the other balisongs that you see here have aluminum handles. No matter what grade of aluminum it is, these all have aluminum handles besides this. This has a stainless steel blade and a stainless steel handles. It's basically made out of your fridge, and I'm not even joking. This thing is very, very durable. As a matter of fact, I will literally throw this thing all the way down there just to let you see. And at the end of the video, I will go pick up that Canyon and show you that it is perfectly fine. You can flip it the exact same way. Now, let's say you are just getting a bit into intermediate flipping. You want to get more into advanced flipping. You learn a lot of more advanced tricks. I would recommend to you the Kraken or the Nabali Swing. The Nabali Swing is the number one thing I'd recommend to you if you are an intermediate flipper wanting to get advanced. This thing has a ton of grip on the handles, and because it is a false live blade, it's just enough where it'll hit you, you'll be like, oh, I shouldn't do that, but it will not hurt you. This thing is very, very good for doing a lot of advanced tricks, such as the scissors, such as choker fans, and a lot of tricks that you will not learn if you are a beginner. All right? Now, let's say you want a fun flipper. Let's say you want something that, you can bring this to parties. You can hang out with your friends with this. Maybe crack open a soda or something. I would recommend to you the Barracuda V2 from BB Barfly. This is one of the funnest flippers that I own, all right? That is because it is one of my only flippers with a bottle opener. Most balisongs have a bottle opener right here, but this one has a bottle opener on the very end, which means that you can literally just whip this thing out, crack open a can of Pepsi or something with the bottle opener on it, and start doing tons of advanced tricks. This thing is a very, very good advanced flipper with some of the best jimping on any balisong that I've ever owned. Now, if you are wondering what jimping is the things on the end of the balisong here that makes it be good for tricks like the ladder. You want a lot of grip on the end of your balisong for ladders or infinity ladders. Now, let's say you are advanced. You want to learn some of the best tricks. I would recommend to you none other than the Cracker-Racken from Squid Industries. Now, I will tell you right off the bat, the one that I have here, this one you're seeing, this is not an authentic Kraken. This is what we call a clone, which means that a company from overseas has pretty much just made an off-brand version of the Squid Industries Kraken. This one specifically is a Bali Plus Cracker-Racken clone of the Tanto-bladed Cracker-Racken. This thing is a false live blade, and it flips very, very good. Now, I would recommend to you an authentic Kraken, of course, but if you can't afford an authentic Kraken, a clone will do the trick. Either way, the Cracker-Racken, whether you buy a clone or the real thing, it is the best of the best balisongs that you can get for advanced tricks. I have learned a lot of advanced tricks with this thing, such as the choker fan and the reverse aerials, helix aerials, ice pick catches, scissors, whatever else you want to learn, you can do it with the Kraken. And it is one of the most comfortable flippers. This thing might rank as my favorite Balisong in my entire collection because of how comforting this thing is. What do I mean by comforting? This thing feels very comfortable in my hands when I flip it. It has a very smooth siding, and the fronts and backs of this Balisong have very, very, very good grip. And overall, this is the Balisong that you would want to buy if you want to advance your flipping as much as possible, all right? Now, back to beginners. If you are a beginner, you're watching this video, I will tell you the prices of all these. The Balisong cheese costs about $75 US. So this thing, you can get it if you want to flip something in public. It will not disappoint you whatsoever. This is one of the best flippers in my collection. It costs about $75 US. The Balisong Impulse, around $40 US, 45 for some of the better looking ones, 35 for some of the all silver variants. Cracker-Rackin'. Authentic Cracker-Rackin' costs about $250, whereas the clones cost about $60. Alright, the Balisong Wing. This thing costs about $130 US if you are getting the false live blade variant, and about $120 if you're getting the trainer variant. Finally, the Barracuda V2, one of my personal favorites. I love the look of this thing because I was able to customize this with my favorite colors. You're able to customize it to the order and get whatever colors you would like on the handles. This thing costs about $150 US. I got this thing when it was on sale for about $130, so just figure out the right timing. You might be able to get this thing on sale. Also, another thing about this is it is my only other Balisong with a changeable weight system at the bottom. Now, if you have stuck around this far, then you're probably wondering, is that canyon okay? Well, let's see. And just to make sure and prove to you guys that I am not going to cut to a clip that was recorded before this video, I'm going to walk all the way down here across this insanely tall grass that very much needs to be mowed. That is entirely my bad. And I'm going to pick up the canyon here that was chucked from my deck. And as you can see, this thing flips the exact same, has just as good of a tune as it did before, and is the most durable Balisong in my collection. Let's get back up to the end of the deck and roll over to an outro. Haha, get it? Roll over, Balisongs, rollovers. I'm so funny. Not really. Okay.
When I wake up, gotta set my day up. Fill my heart with joy because the devil's trying to play a game with my mind. My words are a weapon, and I know that I got my eyes fixed on heaven like